Now that you've turned your video content into audio content, what else can you do with that content? Well, today we're going to dive into the third piece of our 5-part framework to talk about how and why you want to turn your video and audio into text. Are you ready to dive in? Welcome to the In a Weekend podcast, where we help you simplify, automate, and leverage the often hidden assets, like your kids, in your business. I'm your host, Yong Pratt, and I am thrilled you are tuning in today. If you happen to miss any of the previous episodes where we talk about audio and video, you definitely want to go back and take a listen so you get a full picture of all the steps that we go through for all of our content. If you haven't already grabbed our free 5-part framework, you can do so on today's show notes at yongpratt.com/216. Today we're going to talk about text and 3 ways that you can use text that you get from your audio and video content. The 3 reasons you want to turn your audio or video into text are these: closed captionings, creating blog posts, and creating a book. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, I don't know what will, because the idea of taking one piece of content and multiplying it and not really doing any more work is super exciting. When I first learned about repurposing and multiplying my message, I honestly felt like I was cheating because it was so easy once I found the right tools and the right mentors. I had this vision that business and everything that was worth accomplishing needed to be really hard and to be a struggle. But once I discovered this idea of multiplying and really transforming one thing into many, my life changed completely, my business changed completely, and now I get to spend more time doing the things that I love, like being here on the podcast with you. And a lot of what happens to multiply the message we have here is done automatically. Now, if you want to know what tools I'm using, you can definitely go back and listen to the podcasts that come before this, and I will link them up in the show notes so you can be taken right there, take some notes, and dive into some of these tools that we use every single day. Why text? I've just shared that there's 3 reasons why you want to transform your video and audio into text, and we're going to start with number 1, closed captionings. Did you know that up to 70% of people watch their videos with the sound off? I know, I was totally blown away when I saw this stat because I like to listen to the person on the video. However, these days, a lot of people are watching videos at work, which I don't advocate, by the way, or they're watching them at night when their family is in bed and don't want to disrupt that portion of their day or their other family members. So they are listening with the volume off. So if someone comes to your video and there's no captions, people may actually click away because they want to read what you have to say. I think most of us are missing out on the opportunity to reach more people and make a bigger impact because we are actually not using captions on our videos. Now, if you are a fan of Facebook Live, like I am, this step can actually be done for you by Facebook. When you go to edit your video after you've recorded it, you can actually turn on the closed captionings. I do have to say that for me, because I speak quickly, the captions are sometimes quite comical because what Facebook thought I said is not really what I said, so I have to go in there and do a bit of cleanup. For that reason, I actually choose to use another tool which is absolutely free, one of my new favorite tools, and I'm going to share with you at the end of this podcast how you can get your hands on this tool because it has really changed the way that I view transcriptions and how I can now use my text with the least effort on my part after the fact. So that's number one. You want to be able to transform your video and audio into text to create those closed captions, which can go on your videos on Facebook and on YouTube. Number two, once you have your transcription, you have those closed captions, you can actually go through and do a little bit of light editing on that text and turn it into a blog post. Now, I know lots of people tell me they want to start a blog, but they're not good writers, they don't have time, and I've been blogging this way for quite some time now, and it has really, really tightened up the amount of time that I'm spending blogging. I do, of course, spend some time on other blog posts that are not video connected. However, a lot of our blog posts on our website are actually the cleaned up transcriptions with some punctuation and put into beautiful paragraphs so it looks like a blog post. All right, number three, the third way you can use the text, the transcription from your videos and audios is to compile them all into a book. Did you catch that? A book. Now, when I first thought about writing a book, I had this vision in my head about sitting at my desk and spending hours and hours staring at a blank screen with the cursor flashing and mocking me the whole time. And today, when I think about writing a book, it's about how can I make a video and transcribe it, and then once it's transcribed, I can actually put a book together pretty quickly. Now, this was the exact process that I just went through. A couple weeks ago, I was in Dallas at a Biz Besties retreat, and I had the opportunity to do 3 talks or 3 presentations. All of those have since been transcribed, and 2 of them are actually the basis for my second book. Now, there is still some editing and organizing of the book to do, but literally, I spoke my book into existence. That, my friends, is exciting. Starting with one piece of content, a video or an audio, transcribing it, using it for closed captions, using it for a blog post, and creating a book out of one thing. That is totally mind-blowing. I hope you are as excited as I am about all the different things you can do by spending time creating one great piece of content each week and then multiplying your message by listening to this podcast and taking action on the steps that we share. Tomorrow, I'm hosting a free live workshop all about the top 3 myths I hear from would-be podcasters that prevent them from starting. Well, we are going to bust through these myths and show you how you can overcome them in this live workshop. If you want to join me, head over to yongpratt.com/216 and you can get access right there. If you're not able to make it live, don't worry, there will be a replay. You just need to get registered so that I can send out the replay to you via email. Okay, my friends, I look forward to the next episodes where we're going to dive into more of this 5-part framework so that you can work smarter, not harder, to multiply your message and make a bigger impact in a faster, easier, and more joyful way. I'll catch you next time. Cheers.